Hello and welcome to another To Be Frank podcast. I'm your host, Frank, and my co-host, as always, is Hoshua.
That's me, Hoshua.
Hoshua Jarris. Yes. No.
Nailed it.
Thank you guys for tuning in. This is actually our first episode that we're filming in 2021.
Crazy.
We have already aired another video last week, but we're excited to be back with all the traveling and everything. We had already filmed the last episode a little bit ahead of time, but I'm excited. I don't know about you.
I'm pretty thrilled. We knew December was going to be crazy because, holidays, hashtag holidays. Anyway, sorry about that. I'm too old to use that, and I really do apologize.
Hashtag you're young. Okay, yeah, so we got a little bit of a catalog, but again, we're just super excited to be back. I've missed filming for the last couple weeks.
He's missed me. Just be honest,
I have
Frank.
missed Josh quite a bit. I mean, we talk every day, but still,
They don't have to know that.
They should know that.
We don't even have telephones.
Oh, I thought he dropped my phone. No. But now he has to catch his and look terrible on camera doing it.
That's
Super
okay.
smart.
Who
Brain
cares?
good.
Brain good.
Brain good. But
No
yeah,
dignity.
thank you for tuning in and listening to the always craziness that is
Frank.
Josh and Josh and Frank. I was going to include myself, but he did it for you.
Yeah.
So yes, but thank you for tuning in and listening. You can catch all of our podcasts wherever you find audio options. And
On the ground? Outside?
Yep.
Cool. That's where I find my podcasts.
I really thought it was a new year. It was going to be non-dad joke Josh, but
Definitely not. Find your podcast like Easter eggs, everybody.
out of the bunny's butt. Yes.
That's exactly where you find those.
Yeah, check us out anywhere. We have this on Facebook, obviously, and also YouTube as well. So check that out. And again, the audio is everywhere else.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but we got some really exciting things that we're doing this year.
Yeah.
Just breathing in the mic.
That's the exciting thing we're talking about.
Lots
We
of
have to
breath.
do ASMR videos, just us breathing.
This is Frank's podcast and also Josh. No, but we
Perfect.
got some really exciting things, and we might be able to tell you some of them. We probably won't, though. But we are going to talk a little bit about
Tantalizing.
some, a little bit about today.
A little bit about.
A little bit about.
Okay. Good. Way to go.
The redneck comes out the further I go.
Devolve.
Yeah. But today's episode, we are talking about our 2021 goals. Short term and long term that will exceed 2021, but for us personally and also for the podcast.
Yeah.
So hopefully,
Because we have goals and ideas and such.
yes, and such.
The such is the more important thing.
Well, yeah, to some people.
To me.
But before we get into that, as always, we have our pops out. We got a new one. Bye bye, little Sebastian. Sorry, it gets me every time.
I miss him in the saddest fashion.
You're 5,000 candles in the wind.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good times. Parks and Rec.
Yes,
Check
if you
out
don't know.
our rating of Parks and Rec
Exactly.
on our top 10 list, our daily top 10, which we are not actually doing in these episodes anymore. We have separate daily top 10, so check those out.
Hashtag 2021.
Okay, enough for
New
the
us.
hashtag.
I'm
Enough for
sorry.
the
I'm
hashtag.
sorry.
But today, again, we're getting into our goals, and I kind of wanted to talk about something a little to get the show started with.
Wait. You wanted to talk about something on a podcast? You
Yes,
wanted to
I
talk
did.
about it?
I wanted to talk about it. Well,
Man.
if I mimed it, then the audio options wouldn't get it.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
I just
Cool.
I just mimed something, and they wouldn't know. They would have no
That's
idea.
true. Except if they watch the video, they can tell that you're totally mocking them right now because you did nothing.
That's true. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
I love you. But I wanted to talk about something when it comes to goals. A lot of people, I don't want to say that they confuse things because that makes them seem
well.
inferior, brain-wise, brain good. But I want to say that some people get mixed up when it comes to goals versus dreams.
It's easy to do.
It is. So obviously, a dream is a thought.
A dream is a wish your heart makes. Thank you very much.
Okay, whatever. But a dream is more of involuntary action to me. It's more of something like you thought about whether you're asleep or not. Subconscious can kind of take over when it comes to dreams. Again, when you're sleeping, or you might have a dream like, I dream that one day I'll be a multi-billionaire, but that's just a thought A goal is something with action.
Yeah.
So taking action. But I just wanted to kind of preface that a little bit.
Okay.
What are your thoughts about that?
I think those are good thoughts.
Now I want you to act that those are good.
Okay, I'm acting
Mime,
like
Josh.
they're good thoughts.
Mime.
Okay.
Mime right now. Okay, no.
No, I'm sorry.
Those
That
are
was-
gang signs. Please, sir, no gang signs on the podcast.
That's true. That's true. No, no, you're right. Like, dreams are more ethereal. They're kind of dreams. I think by their very nature seem unattainable to us. They're like, oh, that'd be so great, but probably never going to happen to me or for me or that kind of thing.
Right, you
But-
can discredit a dream a lot faster. Than
yeah, but goals are something you have to intentionally do on purpose. Like you set a goal for yourself and you have to take action. You're right. It's one step at a time kind of thing. Yeah, super cool. I agree.
I like the way that you put that into words, Josh.
I
That's
use
nice.
words.
So, like we said, goals are something that you're acting on. Goals require action. Dreams are something you're just thinking about. Dreams can happen without even lifting a finger, even while you're asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, to me, dreams are still good. I don't want to discredit
Oh, for sure.
dreams or anything like that. But
Dreams are hopeful.
yeah, when it comes to like a New Year's resolution, right? Typically, everyone's number one is to lose weight. That's usually I don't mean to, but no, but that's typically the number one. But I feel like a resolution is different still. You can set goals within that resolution, like, hey, my New Year's resolution is I want to lose weight. I need to do this, instead of attainable goals like, hey, in 3 weeks I want to lose X amount of pounds. Things like that.
Yeah.
Again, you're still setting goals in that process.
Think about the word resolution. Its base is resolve. And to have resolve to do something means that you are firmly in that, right? You have to achieve your goals, you have to have resolve. And so I think that resolutions and goals are much more similar than dreams for sure.
Definitely.
Like, for a resolution, you might set goals to it. It might be a bigger resolution, or you might have a bigger goal that you set a resolution to start the first step of that. They're pretty
That's
similar.
very true. Good job, Josh.
Thank you, Dad. I meant Frank. I'm kidding.
Okay. Well, that's awkward.
Is it though? We're such good friends. It's just being silly.
Yeah, you're my late night lover. So, yeah.
Late night TV lover.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah, good
that's what I
save.
said last time.
Check it out on another episode. Yeah, no, but that's very true. The same thing that Josh said. I concur.
You concur.
I concur.
Big words.
Yes, small word, really, actually. But
It's a small world,
after all.
after all. I read today. I'm sorry.
No,
No,
sidetracked.
I have to do it
All
though.
right, go ahead.
I read today that "It's a Small World" is the most played song of all time.
I would believe that.
Over 64 million plays.
Well,
Think about that.
can you check it out on Spotify?
I don't know, because I don't think any major artist has ever recorded "It's a Small World." Just the fact that it runs in the ride at Disney World and Disneyland 1,200 times a day, each place.
It's crazy.
Isn't it crazy?
That is a fact of the day.
Well, there you go. We're bringing that back.
Yeah, some of
In the
our
middle of
early
the show.
episodes had that, but But so I want to give you the opportunity to talk about your personal short-term goal, whether that be, in a week or for the whole year.
Okay.
Whatever that is.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
You're welcome.
what a friend.
My
What a guy.
pleasure.
Chick-fil-A much?
Your pleasure.
Anyway, so yeah, this is kind of, I got married relatively recently, a little bit less than 4 months ago now. Still a newlywed dude, but no, my wife and I have our short-term goals, and it's actually, when you first get married, like there's this honeymoon phase, and I'm still in that. We're still in that, obviously. We can't not be. It's just been 4 months pretty much, But, we've already been talking very practically about, like, right now we live in an apartment, and we don't want to live in an apartment forever. So we're talking about, financial goals for us to have more freedom. And I'm going to quote the Dave Ramsey thing. I don't know if many of you know who Dave Ramsey is. You probably do. You probably heard his name. But
You can check him out here.
Yeah, there he is. Oh my gosh,
Good job, Josh.
it's incredible. Thank you. He's started something called Financial Peace University, and one of the first steps of that is to pay off all your debt, and that's what we're working on right now. And it might be unachievable in 1 year, but because it's the normal human American thing to build up debt now. So we have a little bit of it, but it's not horrible. Like some people are just absolutely riddled with it, and they have $500,000 of debt that it seems almost impossible to pay off. Thankfully, we're not there, but that's my goal for 1 year. I'd love to pay off our debt so that the next step that we need to take, that God leads us on, we have no shackles, and debt being a shackle for sure.
Very nice, Josh.
Thank you.
That's very well put. Very articulate.
Words.
Yes, brain. Good.
Brain.
Okay, so my short-term goal for the year.
So Frank, before you start that, I would like to ask you a question.
Yeah, what was that question, Josh?
Yeah. What are your short-term goals for this year?
Oh, wow, I hadn't even thought of that.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for posing the
I
question.
thought we needed to have a direction to go
Thank
here.
you. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
It's my show. Check out another episode before you understand. Now, so my short-term goal for this year is to be able to take our apartment living to home living and be able to purchase a home.
That'd be awesome.
I've been taking the necessary steps. I don't really have a lot of debt. I have vehicle and things like that, but no credit card debt, things like that. I was able to pay things off and get out of that. So been working on it. Before I lost my job, I was actually a lot closer, and my goal for that year was to do it. Didn't work out. So in 2020 was just terrible. So there's no doing that. But I'm finally out of the hole, people. Finally out of the hole.
Yay!
So we're looking to do that. And speaking of marriage, I would like to take this opportunity. So this episode is coming out Friday, and the 15th is today when this episode airs. On the
I had to think about what day it is today, Frank.
yeah, so the 18th,
which is Monday.
Yes, it is a Monday. Good job. 18th. It is mine and my wife's 8th year wedding anniversary.
Wow.
Yes.
Awesome, man.
And it is our 11th dating anniversary. Yeah.
Smart man.
I got married on the day that we started dating. So, January 18th, 2010 is when we got together.
Wow.
So, yeah. So, I love you, Sarah. Thank you for providing me with two hellions. Two
wonderful boys.
Two amazing,
just like Frank,
young boys, Lucas and Logan, represented here on the table. And thank you for putting up with me, because obviously I'm a handful.
And thank you for adopting me.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. I love you. So I just want to take that.
I love you too, Frank. Oh, you're talking to Sarah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I love you. Oh, he finally touched me. No.
I mean, Frank slaps me all the time, so I'm kind of scared.
So
I didn't go the right direction.
So that's our short-term goals for the year.
It's a great goal, man. Be praying for you about that. That'd be wonderful.
Yeah, it would really be nice. I wouldn't have to live next to you anymore. Yeah. Just kidding. So, before we get to our long-term goals, Torm.
I almost started crying just then, for real.
It's okay.
Did you see that?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I want to talk about a short-term goal for the To Be Frank podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And this is real short. Not going to take the whole year for this. So Josh and I have obviously put a lot of work into this, and we hope that it's reaching you, and hopefully you guys are loving what we're doing.
Yeah, I hope you're enjoying it.
It seems to be that way, so we want to continue. But the short-term goal I have for the podcast is to make this more sustainable for us. It might take the whole year, but we're hoping that it doesn't. Mm-hmm. We've been working at this for, we were talking the other day, almost 10 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost been,
for sure. It's
almost been a full year.
Yeah.
We're not making a lot of money off of this so far, but we want to be able to make this
a more viable thing.
Yeah.
You know, like we're having a great time, obviously.
Yeah.
And it started out like two buddies hanging out and whatnot, but
it's been great. We've had some good guests. We got some more guests lined up. We got some really cool things that we want to do, but it takes you as well as us. So hopefully we'll get some more sponsors here soon. Mm-hmm. And if you just want to give us money, we'll take it. It's going to a good cause.
That was shameless.
Yeah, I have no shame.
No, of course not.
But yeah, so that's a short-term goal for that. Now Now it's time for our long term goals. This
Bigger than Joe Rogan.
well, no,
That might be a dream.
I wasn't. Yeah, that's a dream. That's
You know,
definitely
they're goals, dreams. You know,
unattainable. We've already covered that, Josh. If you
Yeah.
would rewind the tape,
I
and
was
listen.
there, but
Now, Josh,
it's me.
I would like you to now list your long-term goal
Okay.
and try and keep it in tell me what time frame you're thinking.
Okay. So, kind of along the same line as my short-term goal, we want to also be able to buy a house, but we know that
Stole
it's
that
going
from me.
to. I know you said it first, but you're closer to it than I am, and that's okay. But it's not just a financial goal; it's a marital goal for Allie and myself. We want to have a home. It's also a place we want to prepare to have children. And that's probably, like, we've talked about it quite a bit. We've sought counsel about it and advice from a lot of our friends and family. And just they've given us a lot of advice to definitely wait a while and be married first and have that time to get to know each other more and before you have to become co-parents. Because like everybody says, it shifts the relationship a lot. Instead of being man and wife, it's a team that has to take care of a child, obviously, and that's the most important thing right there. But so it's a marital goal, it's a financial goal, it's an adult goal. I want to be able to own a home, and I think that's a big step towards our future and being established and stuff. So we'll see what the future holds, but hopefully 3 years from now, that'll be the case. That's a goal.
Very nice. Up top. Okay. Do you have any more questions for me?
Any more questions for you?
Yeah.
I think we're done. I think this is a wrap for the episode.
This has been
No, Frank, what are your favorite kind of underwear to wear on your face? Okay, different question, different line of questioning.
Thank you for cutting me off before I answered that.
What's your favorite planet?
Pluto.
Definitely. Okay, so what are your long-term goals?
Thank you, Josh.
You're welcome.
It's almost like you should host something. Or just
Hello and welcome to the To Be Frank.
or just it's my show. Or just co-host something, really.
I'm better at that.
Yeah, so long-term goal. It's kind of a tough thing, honestly, to just come up with a goal. I'd like to talk more about dreams. No, I'm just kidding.
I had a dream once.
If you dream it, do it. Shia LaBeouf. Yeah. So, a long-term goal for me has always been to live, I don't want to say without care towards money, because that's just, but I want to be able to, trying to think of how to put this into words. I know this is awkward because it's more of a podcast and we're talking about it and I can't come up with the words. And
It's okay. This is the emotional part of the show, so it's okay to have pauses.
No, but really, I want to be able to have a disposable income, fully. I'm much closer than I've ever been. I have a great job. I won't even say it's a job; it's a career, a career field that I've been working towards for a long time in management. But I love what I do, the people I work with, the people I work for, and there's no ceiling really. I can keep moving. It's a smaller company, but still, it's honestly amazing where I'm at now compared to where I was before.
One question towards that.
Companies, but yeah.
Do you love them more than me?
Yeah. No. Well, they give me money.
That's true.
That's true.
But I give you
Love
yes,
and affection.
love and affection. I'm your cheerleader, Frank.
You are.
Cheerleader.
Okay, this is not the singing portion of the show, but yeah, no. I want to be able to not just provide for my family because I do that now, but I want to be able to
Provide for me too.
No, I want to be able to give my kids a really bright future. And unfortunately, money is the main factor in that. I want to be able to provide for them. Like now, like they want something in a respectful way. I give it to them. Like I don't want them to go wanting for anything. Not that I did as a child. I was taken care of, but still I want to be able to do the things, go on the trips, and Some people might say that's more superficial to things, but to me, it's not, because I get to enjoy spending time with my family in that way, and
Yeah.
like I said, I'm working towards that because it is a goal.
It's being comfortable,
Obviously.
but it's, the career you're talking about that you have, and it is a wonderful one. But it's working to live and not
Right.
living to work. That's a lot of people get caught
Right.
up in that because, like we've said multiple times, and so we're going to keep saying it. We're Christians, and
Yep.
the Bible tells us that the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil.
Right.
And so there's a difference between being a slave to money and having to make it, and making your money work for you, and earning that income that you have and building on top of that and providing a wonderful life for your
Right,
family. And that's
exactly.
a very admirable goal.
Yeah, and it's like all I ever wanted as a kid was to be able to have a family, be able to provide for them, and not worry. Worry is so tough. I mean, last year and the year before, it was just worry. Whenever I lost my job, and
I remember that.
it was tough. It was really, really tough, and I don't want to have that feeling again. So I've taken the necessary steps to not let that happen again. But our world's very crazy right now.
Yeah,
So
a little bit. Don't know if you've noticed or not.
right, yeah. But still, I want to be able to do that, and that I don't really have a time frame. That's the problem.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, because I'm constantly working towards that. Essentially, I've been working towards that since I entered
The workforce.
the workforce. Yeah. So, but still, I want to be able to be in that spot by the end of 2022. That's my goal, is to be able to be at that spot.
Awesome.
And so there's that.
Cool.
But long-term goal for To Be Frank podcast.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing as the short-term goal.
Yeah.
More sustainable,
More sustainable.
more viable. We do have a lot of awesome plans.
We do. We have great ideas.
That we're talking about. But one of the goals that I have long term is not necessarily long term past this year, but for the whole year necessarily. Josh and I have been talking about doing a bunch of different things, but we want to be able to be on all platforms.
Yeah.
And we want to be able to do side things as well. We're talking about a short film.
Yeah.
He didn't know that I was going to say that, but we've been talking about doing a short film.
You chatted about it twice.
More than twice. 3. But
2.5.
we're talking about doing just a lot of
This counts as 3.
cool different 4 different things for you guys, but also
Yeah.
for us, because it's cathartic, this whole process, and
I mean, we're actually friends.
we are.
We enjoy spending time together.
Believe it or not,
They would never believe that.
I
No,
doubt it.
probably not.
Yeah. But I love you. No, but we've talked about it before.
Thank you.
How long we've known each other and been friends and everything, and it's pretty
Yeah.
obvious. But
Sure.
but yeah, so that's some of the stuff that we're talking about. And I mean, the Bible does say, bringing it back to the Bible a little bit, it does say that the Lord will give you the desires of your heart. So we
I
hope,
have a whole sermon about that.
yeah, believe it or not, I actually have a whole sermon about dreams versus goals. So
I believe it.
yeah, my phone is blowing up, and I apologize for that.
You should apologize for that, Frank. How dare you have a phone and people messaging you on it?
Yeah,
No,
sorry.
I had a thought.
It's
I
work.
just had a thought, but go ahead.
No, go ahead. Have your
No,
thought.
I can't remember it. It
Oh.
left me.
Good. So
Train has left the building.
I want to leave you guys with a little bit of advice, and Josh and I want to leave you with a little bit of advice. This is the To Be Frank Advice Corner. Thoughts for your thoughts. No,
Advice for your face. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't even rhyme.
Josh.
Ah.
Sometimes all the time I worry about you.
Makes sense.
I need to just pray harder for you because they're not working. So, anyways, the advice for today's episode is, like I said, the Lord will give you the desires of your heart. Set goals, whether it be short term, long term, whatever, but take your dreams and form them into goals. That's really the message here, is to put action to the things that you want.
Let your dreams influence your goals, and, take those necessary steps. It's not, you set yourself goals. It's not just, you're going to wake up tomorrow and It takes 20 years to be an overnight success. You ever heard that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it takes a long time. It takes, how you eat an elephant, one bite at a time. So
And Rome wasn't
similar
built
thoughts.
in a day.
Huh?
Rome was not built in a day.
I thought it was. The aliens built Rome
Okay.
and the pyramids.
Yes. Anyway, well, that's true. But anyways, long story short. Long story short. No, short. Sorry.
We should sell that.
Long story short.
Long story. And then just it be a shirt that
Right.
says long story on it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. Good job.
Thank you.
Check that out on our merch page. No.
On our non-existent website right now.
Right. But honestly, just take your dreams and put them into reality.
Yeah.
Set your goals for the year, 3-year plan, 5-year plan, whatever. It's always good to have goals. What I try to do is set very attainable goals, and also some that might not be so attainable, but work towards them. If you're
Push yourself.
if you're taking the action towards them, then along the way you're going to achieve those short-term goals and new ones as well.
Yeah, other ones you might not have thought of that you could find along the way that you then attain because you're reaching for something that's pushing yourself and you want to be a better person and reach for that goal. That's awesome.
Exactly. So, as always, it's been a while. I like to say this, though. Be better.
Yeah.
My wife makes fun of me for saying that all the time. Love you.
It's true, though.
Yeah, but be better. This world is so rough. We need to be kind to one another, be better for one another and to one another.
A friend of mine says, if you're not kind, you're the wrong kind.
Ooh,
That's true.
That's good. That's very good.
Yeah, man.
But we want to thank you again for tuning in and listening and watching and putting up with us because we're a handful.
Yes, we are.
Brain good. But again, thank you so much. We love you guys. This has been the To Be Frank podcast. Peace.